Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the next matchup in our potential newcomer tournament that we've been doing here and voting for on the channel for the past month. So, if you haven't seen any of the episodes and this might be your first one, first of all, welcome to the channel. Basically, real simple, I created a tournament of 36 characters that I thought had the potential to become playable. And this is just a way for me to kind of gauge a little bit more interest in who the community really likes. So each day I upload one matchup from the tournament. I'll go over some pros for the characters that are in that matchup, and then we vote down in the comments. The way to vote is pretty simple. Tell me who you'd rather have between the two characters in that matchup just down in the comments. Just write their name. Plain and simple. You can give a reason if you want. I love reading the reasons. Some of them are actually pretty interesting. But if you just want to say, you know, I vote character so-and-so, that works too. So, yeah, any other rules? Double elimination tournament, so they have to lose twice. Got a winner's bracket. If you lose, you move down to the loser bracket. If you lose when you're in the loser bracket, you are then done from the tournament because, well, double elimination. So, with that out of the way, let's get to today's results from last week because, again, real quick, I didn't say this, but voting stays open for one 7-day period. So, a week. It stays open for a week, and then once that week comes, I shut off the voting, tally up the votes, and we figure out who wins. So let's get into today's results from last week. So that would be from game 29, Skull Kid versus Banjo and Kazooie. This is going to be a good one. I knew it once the matchup was officially made that this had the potential to have some pretty big votes, and it didn't, you know, it didn't disappoint. Skull Kid ends up winning 47-38, so only won by 9. I think Skull Kid actually had kind of the early lead, if I remember correctly, but then Banjo just got like a huge wave of support, which was, you know, really cool to see. Again, personally, I don't care if both of these characters got in. I would be ecstatic. These are two awesome characters. So let me throw this in here real quick. So yeah, Skull Kid again popping up big time, big amount of votes, really cool to see, because Skull Kid actually had to replace our number 2 seed, which was Simon Belmont. We already know Simon got confirmed, so Skull Kid ended up taking over the number 2 seed, and yeah, plain and simple. So Skull Kid in its first matchup got 58 votes, which at the time was a record for one character in the matchup. And now he follows it up with 47, another really good number, So let's throw Banjo, game 29. Got to throw Banjo in the loser bracket. That's the loser 29. Here we go. Banjo unfortunately goes there. What were you, the 15th seed? I want to make sure I get the seed right because I like numbers in tournaments. But then, yes, I got that right. So, Skull Kid moves to the quarterfinals of the winner's bracket. We'll face the winner of Springman and Rayman, which we'll find out tomorrow. So let's just get into today's episode, which is another loser bracket matchup. Again, if one of these characters is going to lose. So when they lose, they're officially done from the tournament. And it's, I guess, a bit controversial because it's Waluigi against Crash. And, well, why is it controversial? Because, well, isn't Waluigi already been confirmed as an assist trophy? Yes. But I always like, because it's simply, it sounds stupid to say. I mean, I created the tournament, and when I created the tournament, Wally got announced as an assist trophy, but at the exact same time, there was all the discussion and potential speculation that maybe Sakurai was trolling because we never seen Waluigi as an assist trophy in any of the gameplay footage or anything like that. I still don't know if we have since E3. I know he's on the website. But I guess you could say it's partly biased that he's still in the tournament because everybody else that's been confirmed or deconfirmed I've removed and swapped with somebody else except for Waluigi, so maybe that doesn't seem fair, but I'm still rolling with it because Wally's my number 1. But let's try to make a case for him. So, real quick, I think, like I said, the only reason he's still in the tournament is because I think there could be that potential swerve towards the end. Maybe Wally does become playable. Maybe the whole assist trophy thing is weird because the whole assist trophy thing, like they showed in the E3 Direct when he got knocked out. Was it by Marth or Fox? Whoever knocked him out on stage, they KO'd him, and it was weirdly specific that it was Waluigi, and people were taking that like, well, they killed him, they knocked him off screen, so maybe now he's gonna come back and be like, oh, you knocked me out, now it's my turn to get you, or something like that. I still think that could be a possibility, I think, but as the days go by, that's dwindling less and less. But I mean, the best thing I could say for Wally is I think he'd be a really good candidate for DLC. I honestly do. I think they've seen Sakurai and his team and Nintendo seen the backlash and, well, the memes. Duh. Gotta have the memes with Wally. But they've seen that, and I think they might take that into consideration. Plus, he did very well on the Smash ballot in terms of voting throughout each region. So, and we all know Sakurai's been using pretty much, it seems like he's using the Smash ballot to, give us the newcomers this time around. So I think maybe DLC, again, it's Smash Ultimate, everyone's here. He's got a chance for DLC, I suppose. I mean, coding-wise, I've already explained this. It'd be easy. It's one little line of coding that would disable his assist trophy. But let's move on to Crash Bandicoot. So Crash Bandicoot, interesting character. Third party, practically was PlayStation exclusive, for the early years of Crash's, I guess, life cycle, we'll say. But since then, he kind of, after the exclusive, after he was no longer exclusive to PlayStation, he kind of was just going around, just not really finding that magic that he had on the PlayStation. He was created to kind of rival Mario. There was, PlayStation made fun of it. They had a commercial. Some dude dressed as Crash was yelling out for a plumber, if I remember. I don't remember the commercial, but Crash was kind of made to rival Mario, but then, it was no longer exclusive to PlayStation. So after that, Crash just kind of fell from gaming graces. There wasn't a lot of people really talking about him for the longest time. Didn't know if who owns him, Activision? I think it's Activision, right? But they rebooted him just recently with the Insane Trilogy, and the sales numbers and the reviews, just everything was so positive for it. It was really good to see this old gaming icon, this franchise, come back to life. And then it kind of sparked speculation and interest from the Smash community once he was really announced for the Insane Trilogy on the Switch. And, that as a big third-party icon, of course he's going to be in discussion for that potential third-party character slot for Smash Bros. You could say along with Spyro, but Spyro's in a different matchup. So, but Crash was in a weird spot because when you take at least the results of the Smash ballot that I've seen, and I've seen like 3 or 4 different ones, most of them are pretty similar, but Crash Bandicoot was not on the Smash ballot. He wasn't high at all in terms of voting. I mean, keep in mind the Smash ballot results are before Crash was even, the Insane Trilogy was even announced. So it was just kind of, would Sakurai have really thought about Crash Bandicoot at the very end of 2015? I don't think it would have been a character you would have been like, you know what, Crash Bandicoot, yes. To me, that would have been like out of left field. It just would have been really weird and bizarre, because at the time that we're doing the Smash ballot, nobody knew about the remake, so it would have just been like, okay, where's this coming from? Does Sakurai know something we don't about new Crash game? But it's, I don't know. For me, I don't think either of these characters will make the initial roster. I really don't. And then just in terms of the way that I'm basing my vote today, I'm going to go based on who I think has the better chance for DLC. And to me, that's Waluigi. Like I said, Crash didn't have votes on the Smash ballot. He was hardly, if that, even being talked about for a playable rep in Smash Ultimate. So, I mean, I don't see Crash even being DLC, honestly. If he was in the game, I would love... I have so many matchups I'd love to do. You know, Mario against Crash, Link against Crash, Crash against Cloud, Crash against Mega Man. So many different matchups that you could make that would be just so cool as a video game fan just to see. So I would love Crash, no doubt about it, but when it comes down to my voting, like I said, I'm voting for Waluigi just because I think none of these characters will be in the initial roster, but I think Wally has the better chance for DLC, so that's what it boils down for me. Again, if you want to vote for Crash just because you hate Waluigi, go ahead. Like I've said this before, I'm not here to influence your vote. If Wally loses this matchup, hey, he loses. He's done in the tournament. I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'm just here to gauge interest from the Smash community and who they really think and feel has a legit chance. So if you think Crash has a better chance to make it in the main roster, then Wally, vote for Crash. If you think Crash has a better chance for DLC than Waluigi, vote for Crash. Vote for whoever you want in this matchup. That's what this is for. So I think this is definitely a little bit longer of an episode than usual. But yeah, that is all I got for this one. Just plain and simple. Who you got? Let me know down in the comments who you voting for, Waluigi or Crash. That's all there is to it, really. So I guess that is going to wrap up this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual. And yell at me in the comments about Waluigi doesn't deserve to be in this tournament. It's fine. I've heard it. It's okay. I try to explain it, but yeah, it is what it is. But that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual. Hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.